Hi, I'm Jimmy Fremgen, and this is Politics for People.
If you would like to join a handful of already fantastic people, which I'm listing right here, that are supporting this channel, I'd be very grateful if you go to patreon.com/jfrem or Jimmy Fremgen. I can't remember which. I'm really bad at this. I'll put the address below. I'd be very grateful. You can give me a $3 high five. You can give me $10 super support. Thank you so much for those of you that are already helping. I'm so grateful to you. And those of you that are thinking about helping, I'd really appreciate it.
Today is about phone banking and what it's like. All those phone calls that blow up your phone right before a big election, most of them are volunteers. People like me, phone banking, calling you to make sure that you vote. Sometimes for somebody, sometimes just to vote, period. Today I joined my friend Jenny Bach and the Georgia Democratic Party to help reach out to Asian American Pacific Islanders in Georgia to make sure that their voice is heard in this incredibly important election. Now, I know I normally try to keep this nonpartisan, but hey, if I'm going to put the work in to do something and I'm actually going to volunteer, I'm going to call for a cause I believe in. So I hope that you'll hear me out. This isn't going to be a political video, but we are calling people to try to elect John Ossoff and Reverend Warnock. Sorry. I guess? Not sorry? Anyway, the way phone banking usually works these days, and in coronavirus pandemic times, is that you can do it from home. So right now I'm sitting in my living room. You can see I'm dressed a little bit more casually. Normally I dress up for these things, but I'm sitting in my living room at my counter with my laptop. I've got Zoom up on one side. I've got my phone bank up on the other side. On the left side with Zoom, what we're doing is we had a speaking program at the beginning. Everybody kind of talked to each other. We got to find out where everybody's from. There's lots of people calling from Sacramento, and there's lots of people calling from around the country to try to reach Georgians to make sure that they get out and vote. So it's an opportunity to kind of connect with people, see who else is doing the work right now. And we also got some speakers. So we heard from Wang, who is an actress who's on Good Trouble and is in the new Top Gun movie.
Give the air strike!
We heard from Dr. Richard Pan, who is our state senator here in Sacramento. And then we got to the phones. So now I'm actually going to make a call with you guys watching. When you phone bank, you sign up through a software and it actually guides you through it. So up on the screen, I've got the name of the person I'm calling, their phone number. I'm actually going to call through my laptop, but I could call through my phone if my laptop doesn't work. It says who they are. So this person's a 43-year-old male. It says they have 2 phone numbers in our system, and then there's a speech. And as I go through, I can remind myself of what I'm supposed to be saying so that I don't panic and forget everything I'm supposed to know. They also train you before you start to make sure that you know all the local rules and election rules and the different resources that voters have access to. And I have all those written down over here on my notepad. So I'm going to call Mark in Georgia right now and see if he picks up. Let's see. Mark sent me to the voicemail. Happens. No problem. I'm going to click a button here that says I couldn't reach Mark. It says not home. Great. Try the next number. So I didn't get through that time either. It brought me to his voicemail. For this phone bank, we're not leaving voicemails. Some of them we do, some of them we don't. So I couldn't reach Mark on either of his phones. So I'm going to put not home and move on to the next caller. Sometimes you have to call a bunch of people before you get somebody to pick up. Sometimes you call somebody and they're not happy to talk to you. Sometimes they are happy to talk to you. I've actually done a lot of phone banking, and most of the time, people are really polite. I think the assumption, I'm going to try calling Carmen here. I think the assumption is that people don't pick up, or they're not very nice when they do. That's not always the case. Hi, may I please speak with Carmen? Hi, Carmen. My name is Jimmy, and I'm a volunteer with the Democratic Party of Georgia. Thanks for taking my call today. I just wanted to check in and make sure that you know where your polling location is and that you have a plan to vote for Reverend Warnock and John Ossoff this week and all the Democrats that are on the ballot this Tuesday. Okay, great. Do you have a plan to vote? Do you know how you're going to get your ballot in? I can tell you right now, I actually have it right here. So your polling location. So I had a chance to talk to Carmen there. She's really nice. She even called me darling when we were getting off the phone. It's kind of hit and miss, you know, sometimes you get people, sometimes you don't. I know it seems really intimidating to call total strangers, and it can be. I'll be honest, it can be. But when people find out that you're calling from another place and that you're taking your time to do this and you're volunteering, they're generally really nice to you. Occasionally you'll get people that aren't very nice, but like, I don't know, I used to work in food service. I scooped ice cream for a living. I ran into people that weren't very nice there either. So, it's just kind of like normal life. But anyway, I wanted to give you an opportunity to see what phone banking looks like and that it's really not that scary. There's lots of opportunities to make direct connections with voters and to really impact the races that are going on in the world and in your world. Sometimes they're local, sometimes they're national. We know from studying voter turnout and from voter outreach that the most effective way for reaching voters is actually to have a direct conversation with them. And I know that's counterintuitive because a lot of the time we think, well, I don't pick up the phone, or I'm not happy that somebody calls me. But in this case, when I spoke to Carmen, she didn't know where her polling location was, and she asked me if I did, and I have it here. So in that case, she has two other people that I can see here on my list that are in her household, and so by giving her her polling location, I might have helped contribute to bringing 3 votes for Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff in Georgia, and that could be significant. There are lots of people. We've got 30-something people on this phone bank right now. And if that happens a handful of times, we've made a real demonstrable impact in this race. So I'm going to keep calling. Thank you for checking in with me. This has been Politics for People. Thank you to Jenny Bach, Dr. Pan, Kara Wang. Who else do we have? Jocelyn Yao, Melissa Ramoso, all kinds of folks that were on this call. Thank you for spending the time with us today, and I'll see you soon.